Greetings one and all, this is Riddim Works and welcome to my channel Destiny 24 hours later. My finding, my views. Well, what can be said that hasn't been really said about the game so far already? I mean, the level of excitement that I had for this game was nowhere near Grand Theft Auto. But my knowing that I'm going to like the game as much as I liked Grand Theft Auto was pretty much evident. But just making a video to follow on from the first video that I basically done, which may have sounded like me having a period, but hey, that's just me, man. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I pick sense out of nonsense. Do you know what I mean? You know, and Destiny for me is a cooperative shooter, is a social game, and you know, for me, things have just got to basically be organic. Now, some people might see from this footage that I'm putting up that there are people that are like level 11 while I'm level 5 and what have you, and they might be smart enough to think, well, okay, well, you don't want to basically play with people who are higher level, but you got higher level people playing in control. Well, here's my answer to that. The simple reason why I'm basically hooking up this game is because A, my gaming buddy asked me to, Mac Assassin, because he needs to level up, and the only way he can level up is if he basically plays 5 Crucible matches, which at first I had my doubts on, but he wanted to do it, so I had no problem in him fulfilling his desire to get the extra XP. So I really wasn't really that much worried in that respect. Plus of the fact that he was on my team anyway, you know. But for me, it's simply like this, you know. It's a game where you have to more or less kind of be on par with everybody that you're basically playing with, or else it's just not going to make any sense. It's not going to make any sense because, like I said in the first video, that having level 3 weapons is not going to help out level 10, level 11 players to deal with level 10 and level 11 enemies. You know, you're just going to end up getting killed and then basically having to revive you freaking every 5 seconds, and that's not an asset to your teammates. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it. But anyway, moving on. The game, what I've noticed in the game is like people are playing the game like it's gonna freaking spontaneously combust within the next freaking 3-5 days. You know what I'm saying? You know, there is the excitement, you know, there is that happiness that people are feeling in playing the game, and they're being, you know, like I said, buck wild with the game, and that's fine. Far be it from me to suggest or to tell anybody how to play the game. That's not the basis of my viewpoint here in this situation. The game is going to be around for a long time, and my fear is that people's going to play the fuck out of it and then get bored of it and then want to find something else to do with the game to help mess it up. You know, it's inevitably going to happen at some point. Technically with the game, I don't find any problems with it, apart from the fact that when you're in the lobby, not the lobby, the party chat, you can get kicked out of the party chat for some reason, and I don't get it. I don't understand that. And even when you go into your party or into someone's profile that's in your party, it will still have them showing up as them being in your party chat, which I don't understand. That don't make sense to me. But that's really been the only bug that I've encountered with the game. But I'm enjoying the game. Like I said, there's so much things to do. But then I've noticed how people are playing the game, you know, and we're all basically virgins dealing with some available panani, you know what I'm saying? Some people are just like, you know, they're just getting their back into it. Some people are just basically and shot their load already. You know, that's the only analogy I can come with, guys. Come on now, you know. And you got guys that are basically looking at the woman, you know what I mean? Just looking at her beauty and just, you know, just loving her beauty and everything she possesses, knowing that, yeah, that punani is going to be good, so to speak. Anyway, I digress with that analogy. But you notice how people are basically playing the game. And, you know, some are like, you know, like I said, some are taking their time, some ain't, you know, some are just rushing it and shit, some ain't, you know. One aspect of the game that's kind of being grating on my head right about now is when you get into story mode. And before you could even take your gun out your holster, you got people shooting the fuck out of enemies already. They're jumping in, right? And they're just shooting people. I mean, I've had experiences where I've had people come and do that, but at least they've had the decency, you know, and the manners to actually wave to you first. You know, I like that. You know what I mean? You know, so it's all good. But you get some people, they don't give two fucking shits, man. They just go in there and fucking guns blazing, shoot everything like you don't know how to play the game, like you've never played the freaking beta before. You know, that's just another aspect of it. You know, I think the game is still in its infancy in terms of what we are yet to discover with the game, you know, and people are finding their own experiences. I mean, I've got a friend who is already level 19, man. He's level 19, and the only way that he could have possibly gotten to level 19 is that he got the game at midnight, probably a digital copy, you know, and has been playing the game ever since, to the point where I've been playing this game, which was like around 7 o'clock in the evening or something like that, you know. But sadly, you know, that's not my MO, man. I don't. The last game that I actually queued up at a video game store for at midnight was Call of Duty Ghosts, and that was the last time. I'm not gonna buy no digital games on my PlayStation simply because of the fact that if I don't like them, I can't sell them. They're of no use to me or anybody else if I can't sell them, you know. So that's the one reason. But you know, just being a level 19, man, not even freaking 12 hours into the game's freaking release, man, that's some heavy going. But the guy's 17 years old, so you know, he can do that. I can't do that at 15 years old. I can't be losing no sleep. But it's a good game. It's a good game. Am I in love with the game? I think I could be. I think I could be within time. You know, I think once everybody's calmed down and they're gonna want to play with people on the same level as them, because you just can't play with people that's on a higher level than you. It don't make no sense, because you know, Bungie and Activision has already alluded to the fact that when you get to like level 20, you're gonna get the big guns and the big weapons and all that kind of shit. And if you're level 5, you can't even compete with that. You know what I'm saying? So it makes no sense. And even if you're on the same freaking team, you can't help nobody out with that. So it's kind of alienating to have people, you know, rack up their levels so fast, and for them to even want you to play with them. I think, you know, that gesture, if you like, is alienating within itself. I know it might not make sense to people, but it really feels that way with me, you know. What I've learned from playing the game so far is just to fucking take your time and do your shit, man. Just do what you gotta basically do, you know what I mean? Just do what you gotta do. People wanna fucking level up to level 20 odd within 5 hours, just let them do that. But if they wanna fucking play with you at the end of the day, then you just gotta let them know, look, how the fuck can I compete with that, man? You know what I mean? Find some other level 20s to fucking play with, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that's more or less that, really and truly. Yeah, Destiny, yeah, I like the game. I really do like the game. It's got a lot of freaking potential, because there's so much things to do with it. Co-op, team deathmatch, you know, 3v3, vehicle combat, you know, stuff that we haven't even opened up, well, stuff that I haven't even opened up in the game as yet. But I had to literally just kind of, you know, take time off it, because it was just getting ridiculous just watching how people play the fucking game, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about the skill aspect of it, just by them wanting to level up so fucking fast. It's like, I just can't compete with that. I can't compete with that. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the other game modes that's in this. Should be very interesting to see how things pan out with the game. There's nothing much else I can really say apart from all of that, you know. But I hope that everybody's enjoying playing Destiny now they got their hands on it, you know. And all I ask is, just have some consideration for people that are not really clued up in the game, or people that are lower level than you. You know what I'm saying? And especially if they're on your friends list, because you're gonna rely on them at some point if you ain't got the right amount of people to play with. Like when you do raid missions and stuff like that, and you need 6 people, and you need each and every one of those 6 people to play their role within the mission. It's not gonna help you by alienating them by just basically racking up levels and wanting you to see that you are a high level player, which I can already see. In fact, I can get a trophy for that shit. It's called an Inspector Trophy, where you actually look at your teammates and you inspect their stats and see what they've got, what they haven't got, what they've achieved, and you get a trophy for that, which makes complete sense. So I don't have to play a game where I'm going to be a third wheel to know that you're a high level player. I know I keep going on about it, but to me it's really important, especially for a co-op situation, a social gaming situation. You know what I mean? Because if it's only you enjoying the game because you have got the big weapons and the big guns and you're just basically nursemaiding people that haven't got it, then I'm watching you play it. And I can watch you play it on YouTube with whatever footage you want to put up. But anyway, that's more or less it. I don't really want to fill up the video with meaningless conversation. But that's my findings on the game so far, and I hope, like I said, that everyone is enjoying the game in their own way, as we all should. But I'm going to enjoy the game in my own way as well. And it's with that, the coup, whatever the console, whatever the game, whatever the genre, happy gaming, because that's what it's all about. And until such time, I catch you on the next video. Megan.